want you to know it continues to be a pleasure to work with y'all. And I think we all have the same goal of getting there, getting out of here. So, we found, I think, some things that we certainly want to work with y'all on. Some cuts and there's some things in DCH, of course, that the government's interested in, and some items we're interested in, and certainly the cut providers is something that we're interested in finding a way to I think that's one of the top priorities, I think, for y'all, and certainly for us as well. Try to get to where we need to be on that.
See if we come to a resolution too on the CPT code. I know that's
find a way to
pediatric specialists across the state.
I think we talked about some language on the air ambulance thing that may help resolve that issue in Medicaid as well.
Then on the physician's workforce, I know that the main goal there is to make sure that the money is there for Southwest Georgia Force and that med programs over there. So I think
we probably found a plan that will work for that.
Okay. Just some housekeeping things that y'all got some later information on the Medicaid and some of that stuff, just some news there. I think we'll probably be amenable to.
Well, the Medicaid issue belongs to all of us, and we'll all be working to try to find the right solution for it.
Sounds like a constantly moving target.
It really is, and we don't get a lot of reassurances out of Washington in that regard as well. But the implementation of the national health care is starting to see effects in the private market as well. So we're going to be affected by that.
Yeah, I think it'll wind up being the driver in Medicaid, whether it's or not at some point. You and I have had conversations in the past on school nutrition.
We certainly trying to do the best we can for school nutrition. We're at zero. Y'all are some cuts, so maybe.
Yeah, we restored a partial.
So maybe there's something there.
But we all know that hungry kids don't learn very well, so. School systems are looking at their budgets and everything too. I know we're looking to make sure that they don't get caught off guard on health insurance increases there as well.
Yeah, we think planning is really important. That school systems, when they need to have the information they need during the planning process for the year, and not mid-year. So appreciate your leadership on that issue. I think that there's been some work going on with the Governor's Office of Children, and I think there's been some behind-the-scenes work going on between all three on that, and I believe we've got some solutions that will move us all in the right direction there as well.
I think everybody needs to win coming out of that, because that's one of those areas that touches quite a few lives across the state. They just need to make sure that they're getting taken care of the way they need to be.
A lot of dedicated folks out there.
No, I jokingly say a lot of times on some of those groups that they're the junior leagues in rural Georgia, with the metropolitan areas, but those kind of come our junior leagues.
I think we can.
State, my part of the state.
Think on an issue that's particularly important in the aged community of which none of us is a part, by the way. But I think we've got some solutions in mind on the
He looked at you. I thought he looked at you.
cut to elder abuse personnel. I think we've got some thoughts on that I believe will help us.
Jack and I have to be real careful on who we call old and everything. So.
Yeah, we are. Told him that the other day that I'd seen some pictures of baby looked 65 years old. I was really upset about it. Yeah, I'm going to check that off right there for him. I didn't get a laugh the other day either.
You picked up on that.
Yeah. Ronnie's sharp. I believe he's sharper with no sleep than he is with sleep.
Not much mature. All we got.
Of course, I think we're all agreed that we want to honor the pay increase of GBI and DNR, and we'll work with y'all to find whatever that figure needs to be. I think we had some conversations about the DJJ issues, and I think we probably can find some solution there as well.
One thing I want to note is that we put in funds for one judgeship, and y'all propose putting in the funds for the second judgeship being created too. So that's something I think.
And the assistant DA and the public defender as well.
Everything related. So
I know the concern about that. I think maybe planning on January 1 start, I believe.
Right. Particularly gives us time to get out of the way, and then start the application process, the vetting and the interviews, and give them plenty of time then to get that in place by January 1. If July 1 start, pretty tough on trying to get that procedure and that process done. It does take about 3 to 4 months to go all out.
I think there's a solution on the trauma care network. I think that we can probably find a way to resolve that.
I think so. And we've got one of our concerns, and y'all's as well, has been dealing with that audit that came out last year that was very problematic on some of the things.
I think we're together on that one.
Not getting accomplished that needs to be, or I guess we'll assume that we're being accomplished. So.
I know we're having some conversations on a couple of the regents' issues, and still talking. I think we've on the TEG we've had some fruitful conversations on that, and I think probably can resolve that issue. Yeah, I think we
put some in there, and y'all put some.
Yeah, we'll find the right number, whatever that is. And
of course, they're going to need a little bit of time for Regents to get a handle on everything there too. So I think everybody recognizes that.
I think that's a good move to Regents and Clayton State bring some resources to the table, and
or just the university system as a whole.
Yeah.
Some of the research professionals.
Of course, the TCSG, I think we're all dedicated to seeing what we can do to help ensure that technical colleges continue to help our state produce a workforce that is ready to take on all the new jobs that I hope we're going to be getting. So, try to find the most that we can do to help them, whatever that figure is. One thing I had forgotten and did mention in my remarks the other day was that the governor had put $6.5 million in his recommendation for the strategic workforce areas like truck driving and healthcare and early childhood education. So that's a positive step. It kind of got lost in the because we all agreed on it and we never really brought it up. So I mentioned it the other day to point out that the governor made a contribution to that as well. And I think, as far as bond's concerned, the governor earlier brought to the table the equipment money for all the projects that are completed in Regents. So we kind of took that issue off the table. And of course, the small cap program, there's been a number of items that's a very good idea. Whoever's idea that was, because there are buildings all over the state and Regents. They have more buildings than anybody, by the way, that basically need rehabbing, and these small projects are, as we kind of begin to dry up the pipeline for big projects. So we'll be getting together on bonds and trying to find the right level. And we appreciate the governor leaving a little headroom there for us. So,
what I guess I kind of suggest is, if y'all want to kind of put together a list of what y'all think are proposed solutions, we'll kind of be working on the light, and if we sit down, maybe come to some agreements.
Yeah, I think if we could get the big things set aside to get those more or less resolved, the rest of it is working towards the number that gets us out, gets us balanced.
Couple bills that are pending that have an effect on the budget that we need to know the final resolution on too, so they will have an effect, positive or negative, depending on which way you look at it.
Yeah, and depending on whether you favor them or not. But anyway, I think it's all doable, and I want to express appreciation to our staffs and conferees for their support, and the governor's office for staying here all weekend, and his staff was here all weekend, and
a lot of phone calls and emails.
Yeah, and
questions.
So all this is in preparation for the work today. So I appreciate that very much. It's always a pleasure to work with you.
Same here. Well, I guess we're gonna huddle back in a corner for a little bit more.
Yeah, we got a few bills to pass out too while we're at it.
Got a calendar on the floor today. So pass out
I actually have a bill on the floor too for John Burns. So.
Y'all be passing out a few good house bills, hopefully. All right. Well,
all right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. Okay.